questions.
Well, thank you, and I'll thank all of our witnesses, and we'll go right into questions. Well, first, let me get to Mr. Bius with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In 2012, when I helped craft the MAP 21 legislation, I put a section 31402, electronic systems performance, and it said specifically not later than 2 years after the date of enactment. That was July. I'd give you August of 2012 that the Secretary shall complete an examination of the need for safety standards with regard to electronic systems and passenger motor vehicles. Then it has a couple of criteria. It says upon completion of the examination, the Secretary shall submit a report to committees. And I see I screwed up. I should have put the Department of Transportation in here too, because they don't have one, but we have Commerce, Science, and Transportation of the Senate and Energy and Commerce in the House. Have you completed that report?
No, Mr. Chairman, that report is still under review. What we have done, which is unprecedented, which was we input the entire research program that we developed in consultation with other government agencies, the private industry, et cetera, out for public
So
comment.
it's not, I mean,
No,
I
it's
guess
not.
I just put these things in law and then we just forget them. But it should have been July. We give you August of 2014. Mr. Duckworth, isn't this 15 in November? Okay. So we're a little bit behind.
Agree, it's taken way too
And
long.
is there a draft?
There is a draft that's entering
Because I tried to get a draft from the committee, and they said they did not have one. This is from the either of the committees. Can you submit to the joint subcommittees here a draft?
I'm not sure if I can, but we will take that back.
You're not sure if you can.
The work that has been done, that my office was responsible for, the 4 engineers.
Yeah,
that
well,
worked
I
on it,
think we want to see it. You can, and you will, and we'll have it here within 10 days, okay? All right, that's the way we operate here. So you didn't comply. We don't have any penalties now, do we, if someone hacks a vehicle, Ms. Barnes?
That is correct.
Yeah, so the law is still pending. You favor the Senate side as far as privacy, your testimony. But we've seen that they can be hacked. That's also correct.
That is also
right?
correct.
Yeah. So far, no one with intent has hacked, but you could probably stop an engine. You could disable brakes or steering because all of those have electronic components. Would that be a good assumption? I'm not technologically competent, but...
That is correct, Chairman. You would be able to disable those features.
So they haven't acted and Congress hasn't acted. I have to put blame also on us. Then we gave a lot of money, maybe not...
If I may.
Yes, go right ahead, Mr. Griff.
To suggest the implication of that colloquy suggests nothing is being done, when in fact much is being done.
Well, it's not that nothing's being done.
Particularly on cybersecurity.
We give certain directives. I was going to get to the question of them working with you all both, and you did talk to NIST,
Correct.
which set standards and had pretty good report back, and NHTSA, both. Everybody has participated. Have you participated, Mr. Lightsey, with them?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we embrace the NIST framework. We've adopted that into our regular
With
practice.
both of those federal agencies or with the private sector group?
We've had discussions with NIST and with NHTSA.
Okay, and you, Mr. Lowenstein? Yes?
Yes, we've
Okay.
also had discussions.
Mr.
To be factually perfectly accurate, I'm certainly, we are absolutely involved with NHTSA on an ongoing basis. I can't testify to the involvement with NIST.
Okay, just want to find out. And again, I commend you for coming together as an industry and working, and I don't want to imply that nothing's been done. But my job is to give certain directives to agencies and then see I'm not here just, to look good. I know I do, but
Yes, you do, Mr. Chairman.
But my job is to hold their feet to the fire. And when you put something in law, some of the newer members will find around here, you could put it in law. I put things in law 3, 4 times and they still don't comply, but we won't go there today. Okay, we gave you a lot of money. We spent about $500 million on taxpayer funds testing the dedicated short-range radio communications devices. What's NHTSA currently doing to address the potential issues with security credential management system? Where are we on that?
Those funds are not NHTSA funds. Those are the JPO funds, Joint Program Office funds.
Is that under you? Or
That is not under me, sir.
who's it under?
It's under the Joint Program Office, which is now part of the Office of the Secretary. I can't
But
tell
it's
you
under
which one.
DOT.
It is under DOT,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
sir. So I can give you an update.
Under
on what
you, it's okay, under DOT. But they've had $500,000. What's the result there?
Sure. So what we're doing,
Half
what
a
the department is doing
billion.
is putting sort of hardware behind that system. I alluded to it in my testimony. What's been done to date has been a lot of hard work with a lot of smart people coming up with the design, but now we feel we need to actually build this and operate it to see what are the vulnerabilities in it and do some large-scale
Do
testing.
you have any idea exactly where? I'm told that some of what you've done, we're really actually slid behind sort of the advances in technology. And how much more money, how much more time will it take? Do you know?
I think that's exactly why the Secretary of Transportation has committed to putting this technology out for public comment as part of a NHTSA proposal in 2016.
So that's not till next year?
I guess in 2 months or so, we'll start 2016, but that is the goal. He asked us to accelerate that rulemaking, which we have.
Well, we've spent a lot of money and we don't see a lot of progress. And when would you have your final report? The report that I requested here, it's in draft, you're going to give us the draft. When will you have that finalized?
I can get back to you on the record on that, sir.
Within the next 10 days?
Absolutely.
Okay, I want a date, a firm date.
Absolutely.
And then I want it made part of the record, okay?
Absolutely.
Sorry. Don't mean to be, demanding, but
Sir, I understand your frustration.
okay, again, we try to act responsibly, and we expect the agencies to do the same thing. So right now, just my final question. Cars can be hacked with electronic systems. We don't have in place either a standard or ability to stop that. I guess that's a simple way to put it. Is that correct, Mr. Lightsey?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. GM has invested a lot of time and effort into making it as difficult as possible to hack into cars. As I indicated, we've embraced the NIST framework.
No, that's an individual effort. We applaud you for that. But my question is, we really don't have a standard. We don't have the ability to prevent that develop, do we?
We have the ability to implement things as a business, which is what we are doing.
So your cars can't, General Motors cars can't be hacked?
I can't say whether they can be hacked or not. I can say that we are making them as difficult as we possibly can.
Okay, but that's your individual, and I'm asking about, do we have a standard? We don't, that I know. Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I think we are trying to be proactive.
But again, the question was, and I applaud each of you, and Tesla, that's wrong, but Tesla will tell us they're 5-star and all of that. But my question was, is there a standard developed and is there a protection in place? The answer is for you.
We have actually begun working as an industry to establish
but we don't
cybersecurity best
we don't
practices.
have that in place. Mr. O'Connell?
I'm unaware of an industry standard. The one thing I would add, sir, is that there is a difference between sort of hard access hacking and wireless hacking, and that's something we've seen the former, which is people with access to a vehicle then being able to modify certain access.
So
certain-
hard access can,
Hard access hacking has happened in isolated cases. I am personally unaware of any wireless hacking that has gone
but
to the controls.
there are no protections or standards.
As I said, no standards
So
I'm aware of.
it can be done. And then, again, part of the responsibility is Congress has set no penalties. We haven't held the agency's feet to the fire. I'll give you the last word, Ms. Barnes. Anything you want to comment?
Sure, I will just point out, and it's on our written testimony, key examples of computer scientists and other researchers finding ways to wirelessly hack into vehicles.
Okay.
There's a difference between
Mr.
there being
Garfinkel.
standards and there being laws. There's certainly standards being developed around cybersecurity, and there's certainly laws in place that would punish someone, whether it's the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act or the Digital Millennium Computer Act, from folks hacking into cars or anything else. The question is, are there laws mandating particular standards? And I would argue that mandating a particular standard would be the absolutely wrong approach.
Well, we don't have that, but we still don't have industry-wide standards or protections. On hacking, on privacy, a whole host of things we've heard today. Let me, I've
Mr.
taken
Chairman?
more than my time.
Justice, on that last question, the industry group, the SAE International, just recently, like within the last week, has developed a set of voluntary industry best practices. We just got it, so we're just looking at it, but I just wanted to make sure you knew that that was out there.
Usually, things happen just before the hearings. Let's go. Let's go to Ms. Duckworth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.